What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It is your boy, TheGlacierr, and guys, I have done it. I have played Camille for 48 hours straight. Nothing but Camille for 2 whole days. I played a ton of games. I won a lot of games. I lost a lot of games. But overall, I just wanted to tell you guys my experience on what I have learned in 2 whole days. So hopefully any aspiring Camille mains out there are going to get to learn real quick on the things you should do and the things you shouldn't do. So let's just jump right into this one, guys. What's up, guys? Today's video is going to be sponsored by Alliance Heroes of the Spire. This game has almost 400 unique heroes that you can combine in over 10,000 different ways on the battlefield, which pretty much means there's no chance you're ever going to get bored of the game. There are also 2 different game modes. The first mode is very similar to most RPG games, where you can battle to the death against bosses or even play against real people or even your friends. So go check out Alliance Heroes of the Spire. Make sure you guys use my link down in the description below, and you're going to start off the game with a massive gold bonus of 50,000 as well as 50 gems. So the first thing you need to know about Camille is that you need to accept and deal with the fact that your lane phase is terrible. Oh my goodness. Probably one of the worst lane phases I have ever witnessed in the entire game. Now, the thing about it is Camille does not have the burst, the DPS to go toe-to-toe with a lot of these current tanks that you're going against, or even pretty much 90% of the lanes that you go against, you're going to have a really hard time being able to go toe-to-toe. Now, yes, you can get some solo kills here and there, and hell, you can even actually win some lanes sometimes, but the thing about Camille is she is notorious for having a very, very bad and weak early game. So the thing you need to do on Camille to sort of mitigate this is you have to focus on nothing but farming and trying to be there for your jungler for early invades. So I found myself starting off this journey trying to have the exact same playstyle as I would with Darius, Garen, and Riven. You know, as soon as my opponent makes a mistake, guess what? I'm going to punish you, I'm going to kill you, and guess what? I win the lane now because I have 1 kill on you. I can just freeze, and it's over. Now, the thing is, you can't do that on Camille. Camille's snowball is exponential. It's not instant, so it takes a while. Just because you get a kill on someone doesn't mean they can't go toe-to-toe with you. So all you are going to do for the first for all the laning phase is you are just going to focus on getting those nice last hits in, try and freeze the wave the best that you can, and you're just going to pay attention to what your mid laner and your jungler are doing. Try and be there for your team. Once you hit level 3, you got a lot of different things you can do to be there for your team. So that's all you're going to do. The second thing is it's all about being calculated and never being greedy. Camille is a very, very risky champion to play when it comes to going for crazy all-ins. When you play someone like Riven, when you play someone like Darius or Garen, you have your crazy ultimates to back you up. So if you make a stupid mistake, your crazy amount of burst is going to come out in a millisecond. Camille does not have that. Camille has a little Q, and then she has a big Q, and then you are pretty damn useless until your Q comes back up. That's just how she works. So even when you're ahead in the early game, you can still lose 1v1s so easily. A funny example, actually, before making this video, I played one final game, and I went against a Kled in the top lane. Now, all the signs are there of how you're going to play this lane out. I 2-0 the Kled in the top lane. I get an entire item advantage on this guy. I freeze the wave, okay? 2 level advantage on him. This guy tries to approach me under my tower. He tries to harass me. He takes a tower shot. He makes a mistake. I get him off his little chicken. He kites me out a little bit because, guess what? I don't have the burst or the DPS on Camille to be able to just nuke him. He gets back onto his little chicken, and then he ends up actually killing me because I don't have any early game damage. And that is Camille in a nutshell right there. It's learning to understand that you are not Riven. You are not Darius. You do not have this crazy all-in potential all the time. You have very calculated small all-ins, and then you need to get the hell out of there. That's it. If you can't kill your opponent in that quick little Q, auto, Q combo, then you need to back the hell out. So remember, back to what I said, your snowball is exponential, not instant, so you gotta play like it. And just to reiterate what I mean by your snowball being exponential, Riven hits level 6, you have Wind Slash, and you can nuke pretty much anyone. Garen hits level 6, he has a magic damage and a true damage execute. Same thing with Darius, 5 stacks level 6, you can pretty much nuke anyone with that ultimate. Camille doesn't have anything like that. Your ultimate does almost nothing besides trap people. So you're relying on only your Q for damage. So you have to remember, chill until the mid game, late game power spike when your Q becomes a monstrous low cooldown true damage, abusing, slapping tanks like hell. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is be proactive. Don't just sit in the top lane and farm. So my best advice to you when you guys are playing Camille is you need to rush a Tiamat every single game and look to catch people out with your post level 6 abilities, okay? So back to what we were saying on the second thing we talked about of how even when you're 2-0, 3-0, you can't just dominate top lane like you want to with all other champions in the game. So what you are going to be forced to do to mitigate how crappy Camille's early game is all you're going to do is push top lane and you're going to roam. That's why you got TP. That's why you have a giant jump with a stun, and you have an ult that traps people in it and no one can escape. You need to use all these things to go with the jungler and even look to gank mid lane if you have the opportunity. That's how you're going to be successful with Camille. Anytime I played the opposite of that way, trying to play like I was a fed Garen in the top lane or a fed Riven Darius, I would lose pretty much every single game because I had no damage. There's nothing you can do no matter what. No matter how good you are, no matter how bad you are, it does not matter. Camille is not meant to be played like a heavy snowball at level 6 champion. Camille is meant to ease her way into the mid to late game and stomp everyone in her path mid to late game. And that's how you need to play her. The next thing I want to talk about is that once you hit your power spike, do not force anything. Focus on picking off people with your team and closing out each objective one at a time. Like I said before, we all know how great Camille is in the mid and late game. We all know how great she is at catching people out. These are the things you need to abuse. So what I mean by don't abuse your power spike is once you get that Triforce, you have a Tiamat, hell, maybe you even have a Titanic Hydra, a Sterax Gauge, and a Trinity Force. Well, here's the thing. Just because you can jump into 4 people and one-shot 1 or 2 people does not mean that you should. You need to play, remember, as we talked about before, very calculated and never greedy. This is how you're going to repeatedly throw games. This is what I did too. One time, one of my games, I think I had 10 kills and like 2 deaths, and I threw the living shit out of the game because all I kept doing was just jumping into their backline and nuking 2 people, but because my team was behind, they would still end up losing like a 3v5 or 3v4, and I threw the game entirely because I wasn't playing calculated and looking for those opportunities to jump in correctly. So that's what you need to remember. It's very easy to throw the game with this champion. Very similar playstyle to Akali, but probably like half the burst. So you just need to be very patient and don't force anything. Focus on taking those objectives, focus on picking people off, and you're going to have a lot of success with this champion, guys. Now, the final thing, again, is to be patient, okay? Yes, this champion is 100% worth trying to become good with. Trying to become a god with this champion, I think, will pay off huge in the long run. Now, again, different playstyle than pretty much every champion that I've ever played. Every champion that I play has a huge level 6 power spike, has huge snowball potential. I'm used to being able to dominate my opponents level 3, level 4. Camille can't do that. It's something to adjust to. So if you're that type of person that just likes to chill in lane, if you're able to just have such incredible self-discipline and not trying to jump in 1v5 all the time like me, then I think Camille is the perfect champion for you. Honestly, she's a ton of fun, and I actually felt like I was a challenger player in some of the awesome plays that I made throughout this journey. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this helped you in any way, shape, or form, leave a like and a comment down below letting me know that it did. Also, too, if you guys want me to try 48 hours of any specific champion, the comment with the most likes is the one I'm going to do next. So, obviously, you guys do your thing, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace! Hey, guys, a quick little message from TheGlacierr. I just want to thank you all so much for watching the video. Guys, we are so damn close to 100,000 subscribers, boys. Slap the like button, get excited, hit the sub button, and we're also doing a big $1,000 giveaway, link down in the description below. So again, join the dream team. Also, too, big announcement. I am going to be starting to stream officially probably in like a week. Obviously, I'll be letting you guys know on Twitter, Facebook, in the Discord, all that fun stuff. We're going back to a full-time stream schedule. Things are going to change. Old Glacier's gone. New Glacier's here to stay. Get excited, boys. Thanks for watching the video. Peace!